Obamacare. Have you heard they're having some problems? The rollout has been a disaster. Website's not working. Something like 6 people signed up on the first day. And now it turns out maybe the president lied about how it's all gonna work. Let's go to the videotape.
You can keep your plan if you are satisfied with it.
If you like the plan you have, you can keep it.
If you like your plan and you like your doctor, you won't have to do a thing. You keep your plan. If you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan. If you've got health insurance, you can keep it. If you like your health care plan, you will keep your plan. If you've got health insurance, you like your doctor, you like your plan, you can keep your doctor, you can keep your plan. If you have insurance that you like, then you will be able to keep that insurance. If you like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it. If you like your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan.
If you like your health care plan, you can heap it, or something like that. Yeah, okay, there's many more examples of that. We've all seen it. We've been talking about this on the show for a while now. I believe that Obamacare is something that is important to the country. People should have a right to universal health care, all that good stuff, but the rollout is a disaster. And Obama on Monday explained a little bit about what he really meant when he was saying all that other stuff.
Now, if you have or had one of these plans before the Affordable Care Act came into law, and you really liked that plan, what we said was you could keep it if it hasn't changed since the law's passed. So we wrote into the Affordable Care Act, you're grandfathered in on that plan. But if the insurance company changes it, then what we're saying is they've got to change it to a higher standard. They've got to make it better. They've got to improve the quality of the plan that they're selling.
Okay, so that seems like a pretty big if. There was no if before that, right? So my first question to you guys is this his sort of George Bush, no new taxes, Bill Clinton, I did not have sexual relations with that woman moment?
This is really a semantic argument. I mean, if he came out and just said, hey, you know, we misspoke, the issue really is that these healthcare plans are now meeting a new standard. So if these people are losing their healthcare plans and they're going to have to pay more, it's because they're going to end up with better coverage. So maybe they paid $50 before, but if they ended up having a detrimental disease, God forbid cancer, they weren't going to have the coverage that they needed or deserved, especially now under Obamacare.
Right, so his argument is that the lowest standard is going to be raised now so that if you lost your health care plan, you're actually going to get a better one. But if he lied his way into this, why should we believe that?
But did he really lie?
Is that not a lie? So that's what everyone's saying. Did he willfully lie? Is this a deception? Did they not really tell him the truth so he didn't know what he was going to say?
Look, when you're campaigning, you have to find something snappy and snazzy to say. And I guarantee you, will.i.am or some hip hop artist is going to use that, is going to sample that now. It's going to be dropped into the next, whatever the summer tune is going to be. If you keep it, you can have it. If you like it, you can do it. I mean, they're going to take Obama's campaign basically slogan and use it now because it's catchy.
Right.
It's catchy. You can't say, if you like your health care plan, you can keep it. Although, parentheses and exclamation, and here's what we have in, hold on, there's more to it, ... asterisk.
Okay,
it's just too long to say all that.
I totally agree with you. I think that's what happened here. I think he knew that a certain amount of people were going to be kicked off their plan, and the hope was they were all going to get better insurance, as you're saying.
Right.
But isn't there some issue with the trust that we all want to trust this guy? There's something different about Obama that I think people really want to trust him and believe in him. So when he lies just for the campaign purposes, I think this somehow seems a little worse.
We can't even, like she says, we can't even really call it a lie, that it's really more of, it was easier just to say this and not do all of the explanations on the background. But if he came out and said, hey, you know what, we misspoke, we're sorry, you're going to get better health care, and change is hard, but once you get into it and once you see that you're going to have better coverage, then people are going to forgive him. We're very forgiving people, and we have very, very short-term memories now. So if he just came out, talked about it honestly, said, hey, look, once we passed this bill and so many changes were made to it, all of this has changed the way this all works. But you're going to have better coverage in the long run. People are going to thank him, I think, for that later on, but accepting the change is the hardest part because it's hard. It's hard to change. It's hard to change your plan. if you liked it because it was cheap, but if it didn't give you coverage, what's the point of even paying for an inexpensive plan?
Right. So then the real question here is, can you believe after he makes the initial mistruth, or what do we want to call it? Give me a word. The
Rap lyric.
the rap lyric that
yeah.
you were alluding to.
Right.
Can we then buy his next statement, which is everybody's is going to get better? Because doesn't that seem a little? How often does that happen in government or in anything? We're going to do something and everybody is going to get a better situation out of that.
Look, I love my insurance plan that I have.
Right.
I mean, I have a $7,000 deductible, and I don't get any kind of prescription stuff because I don't take drugs. But it's awesome. Like, I don't have any extra eye care or dental, which is perfect because those are the only things I really care about. So other than that, I really love my plan. But if you don't like your plan and you maybe call 911, now it's going to be covered, and it's hard to explain all that to most of America. You know who I'm talking to, and they don't get that if your plan doesn't have, let's say, maternity leave or things like that, or like emergency things that come up, you're going to now have it. It's just going to be basic for everyone.
Yeah.
You will have the basic things. So I think he should have said, if you like it, you're going to like it more.
Right.
That's what he should have said. Why are they not calling me for his campaign stuff? I don't understand.
You could be a consultant.
Right. Well,
I could totally have consulted him and saved him a lot of heartache.
Right, and if he would have said that, it wouldn't have been as catchy, because if you like it, you can keep it, period, is just like perfect,
Right.
ADD
It's
nation.
like Beyonce. If you like it, you can put a ring on it. He should
Exactly.
have done a little dance with it. And I think that would have worked.
Yeah. So then my final question on this is, do you guys think that in general, in a philosophic sense, do you think the ends justify the means? If he had to do this sort of trickery or lie or whatever we want to call it to get this thing passed, and at the end it's going to be good and more people will have coverage and better coverage, do the ends justify the means? Do the lie and the mistruth justify everyone getting something better in the end, if we're going on the assumption it's going to be better?
Look, ultimately, I think it is going to be better. I mean, if we talk about the fact that people are going to have mammograms now, that people can now get genetic screening for things like cancer, and it has to be covered. If people aren't going to be dropped because they get sick or because they have a pre-existing condition. That is a big, big change, and that's a really awesome thing, but people won't really understand it until they have to go through it. Until they have that experience.
Yes.
And a lot of people who are getting dropped are young.
Until you guys get cancer. Then you appreciate it.
Not even cancer.
No, I know what you were saying. Until you're almost dying from lung cancer, then you'll be like, oh, I get it. Now I like it, and I like it more.
Right. So you think the ends do justify the means?
I think so. He omitted, and I know you were saying something about semantics, and I don't know what Jews have to do with it, but he omitted information that just would have been too long to get into.
Right.
Right?
And
he had to
people
give
would
you
have
a
tuned
bumper
out.
sticker. A bumper sticker.
Right.
That's all you have time for.
Slogans.
Right.
The rest of it, people would, again, short attention spans, people would have tuned out to the rest of it.
But with the new Obamacare, you get better attention spans because now you have a doctor that can take care of your attention spans.
You can
preventative
get,
health.
what's the ADD medication?
I keep forgetting.
Adderall. You get Adderall. Clearly, I'm not on Adderall, as you can see. All right. Well, then I kind of think that the ends don't necessarily justify the means if you've screwed up the process, even if you get something good out of it. But that's what makes the world go around.